I'm so happy to be here. Welcome all you yogis. I'm so happy to see you. I saw a few of you last month sometime because I came to the athletic field over at the headquarters for Special Olympics. So that was a really fun evening, but I'm really glad we're not there tonight because we would be soaked right now. So I'm glad we're all warm and safe in our homes. Thank goodness for this Zoom technology. And I want to wish everybody a happy Veterans Day. It's a very special day for those people, the men and women who serve in the military in our country. They do very brave things. And so with that being said, I think I will probably throw a warrior pose into this yoga session. Usually we do that standing up, but feel free to, we can keep it low as well. And I just want you to be aware that I'll be I have two mats set up so that I can turn once in a while so that you can see better what I'm doing. So you don't have to turn when I'm turning. You can stay put, but I will maybe move at a different angle on my two mats so that you can see the pose better and be able to replicate it, okay? So let us all start. You're going to find yourself on your mat in a nice, easy seated position. So that just means that your legs are crossed in front of you. If you happen to be in a chair, just find a comfortable seat. If you do need to sit on something, you can sit on a blanket that's rolled up or a block or a book if you feel like you have to raise your hips up. So I'm going to put my music on now. So I'm going to start here in the beginning. Okay, so just cross your legs and just rock a little bit from side to side. Just feeling the earth underneath you. Now, if you happen to have a dog or a cat at home, if you ever notice before they lie down on the ground, they kind of circle around and they kind of find the earth underneath them. And that's kind of what we're doing right now by rocking back and forth. So now feel your sitting bones down on the earth or on the floor, and you're just going to take your hands and place them on your knees. Your legs are just crossed in front of you. And from the waist up, feel nice and tall, like you're drawing the top of your head up towards the sky. Let the hands rest right down on your knees. And start to become aware of your breath. So breath is very important in yoga. We always think it has to do with the yoga poses, but the breathing is also very important as well. So I invite you to either close your eyes for a moment and just listen to my instructions. But if you want to keep your eyes open, feel free. Okay, you can either just try to keep a soft gaze towards your computer screen or just beyond it. And just start to deepen your breath. So you're breathing in and out through your nose. And just notice how your body moves as you inhale, breathing the air in, filling your lungs. And then noticing how your body relaxes and settles as you breathe out. So just taking a few deep breaths. Noticing how you're feeling right now. So noticing the temperature of the air around you, how your clothes feel. Listening to the sounds around you. You can probably hear the flute playing, my voice, and maybe some noises in your own home as your family members are moving around the house. And now we're going to practice some counted breathing. So what we're going to do is inhale, and I'll count to 4. You'll hold your breath in, so you'll be nice and full of air for a count of 4. And then we're going to exhale or breathe out for a count of 6. So you ready? Just exhale for a moment. Now inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And now hold it. 3, 2, 1, and now breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Breathe in. 3, 2, 1, and hold. 3, 2, 1, and now exhale. Breathe out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take some nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And the next time you breathe in, bring your shoulders up to your ears, squeeze them up. And then as you breathe out, let them relax. And breathe in, bring the shoulders up to the ears. And exhale, let them relax. And one more time, inhale. And relax the shoulders down. Bring your hands right to your heart center. So your hands are palm to palm in a prayer pose or prayer mudra. Okay, and now you're going to inhale, reach for the sky. And exhale, circle the arms around you. Inhale, bring the palms together, reach for the sky. Exhale, circle the arms around you like you're making the sun. Inhale, reach for the sky. And exhale, circle the palms around you. Okay, one more time. Inhale, reach for the sky. And now let the hands part. Wiggle your fingers and bring them down to your shoulders like it's the rain on your shoulders here. Okay, so now you have your hands on your shoulders. We're going to do some elbow circles. So inhale, bring the elbows up. Circle them around as you exhale. Inhale, circle back, bring them up. And exhale, circle around and down. One more time this way. And exhale. Now we're going to reverse that. So inhale, bring the elbows forward, pointing them towards me. And then exhale as you circle them back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Release your hands from your shoulders, okay? And just bring them down again onto your knees. Take a nice deep breath. Stretch the spine long. Bring the top of the head up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, bring your chin down to your chest, but keep your back nice and tall. So take some breaths here, feeling the nice length down the back of the neck. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling fully. With your next inhalation, take a deep breath and then roll your right ear to your right shoulder. Okay, so you're feeling that nice stretch down the left side of the neck. You can place your left hand right down on the floor next to you. And if you want to, take your right hand and just lightly just place it on top of your head. Now you're not pushing, but you can feel the weight of your hand and you'll feel more of a stretch down the left side of the neck. Okay, and then take a deep breath as you release that. Bring your right hand down to the floor.
There you go. I did register.
Okay.
And then exhale, tilt your left ear to your left shoulder. And then just take your left hand and place it on top of the head. Very gently, you just feel the weight of your hand and you're not pushing. But you feel a nice stretch down that right side. Okay, take a nice deep breath. And then as you exhale, release your hand, place both of your hands on your knees. Okay, we're going to do some circles with the nose, and that will help to release the neck a little bit more. So inhale,
Here.
lift the nose up, And then circle your head around like you're tracing a circle with your nose right in front of you. Nice and slow. Just loosening that neck up. A lot of us have tension in the neck just because we sit at a computer a lot during the day, right? Or in front of the TV or in a car. So the next time your nose is all the way up, let's reverse the direction. Make circles going the other way. And then the next time your chin is down towards your chest, just lift your head up. Take a nice deep breath, bring the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale through the mouth. Now, inhale, bring the arms out to the side. Stretch your fingers long, right and left. Make sure that you're sitting nice and tall, the top of your head reaching for the sky. And now you're going to take your left hand or your left arm and kind of bring it in front of you and take your right hand and push that arm closer to your chest. So you're feeling a nice stretch behind the shoulder here. You can kind of push by where your elbow is. Take some deep breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, now you're going to reach your left arm up towards the sky. And now bend the elbow, and you want to place your hand right at the back of your neck. So the elbow is reaching up tall. Take your right hand and find your elbow with the right hand. Okay, so if you want to, you can use that hand to kind of pull the elbow back a little bit, feeling your length in your spine and stretching the shoulders out. And now take a nice deep inhalation. And then as you exhale, just lean a little bit over to the right. So you should feel a nice stretch all the way down the ribs on your left side. Make sure both of your sit bones are seated firmly on your blanket or on the rug or on your yoga mat. Take some deep breaths here, feeling how your lungs are filling up with fresh air. Okay, take one more deep breath, and as you do, reach both hands up towards the sky. And now as you breathe out, take your left hand, put it on the outside of your right knee. Take your right hand behind you. Okay, we're going for a twist here. Sit nice and tall, and then as you exhale, look over your shoulder on the right. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, look over your shoulder. And then one more time. See how much further you can look behind you. And then take a nice deep breath, reach the arms up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, make them into a T, stretching out long from side to side. And we're going to do the same thing for the shoulders on the other side. So you're going to take your right arm and bring it out in front of you. Bring the left arm underneath it and grab with your left hand, sort of push against your elbow. Okay, so you're really hugging that right arm close to your chest, feeling a stretch behind the shoulder. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully, nice deep breaths. So you know that if you can't take nice deep breaths, maybe you're pushing a little bit too hard. You always want to breathe through everything you do in yoga. Okay, with your next inhalation, reach that right arm really up high, reach for the sky, and then bend your elbow and place the back of your hand on the back of your neck, and then taking that left hand, reach for the elbow, okay? Maybe pull it back a little bit, feeling a nice stretch in the arm. Take a nice deep breath, and then as you exhale, stretch a little bit over towards your left. So feel that stretch now on the right side of the ribs. Nice deep breaths here, feeling the air coming into your chest, feeling the ribs stretch out. Okay, take a nice deep breath and come back up, reach for the sky. And And now you're going to take that right hand, put it on the outside of your left knee. Take your left hand on the floor behind you. Inhale, sit nice and tall. Exhale, look over your shoulder to behind you. Inhale, sit nice and tall, bringing the top of the head up towards the clouds. And then exhale, twist a little bit more. And take one more nice, deep, full breath. Inhaling deeply and exhaling fully. Okay, now we're going to come back to the front. So I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see better what I'm doing, okay? But you're going to uncross your legs if you want to. You can shake them out a little bit because we were crossed for a few minutes there. And now place both of your feet in front of you so that your knees are bent, okay? And now you're going to place your hands behind you, okay, with the fingertips pointed forward. So they're pointing in the same direction as your feet. Now think about keeping your back nice and tall, okay? So you're sticking your chest out, your heart out, squeezing your shoulder blades together in the back. So your back is nice and straight. Now you're just going to take your left foot and just lift the foot up so that your shin is in the same direction as the floor. Point your toes up. And just try to keep your back nice and tall. Take a nice deep breath and lower the leg. Let's do that on the other side. So you're going to lift the right leg up, point your toes towards the ceiling. Your shin is going in the same direction or it's parallel to the floor. Okay, try to keep that back nice and tall. Try not to slump. Take some deep breaths here, inhaling and exhaling, and then lower down to the floor. Now just take your knees and windshield wiper them from side to side. Okay, so you're just rolling on your sit bones. And now let those knees point up. Now we'll try this again, okay? But this time we're going to take our hands and grab underneath the left knee. And now lift the leg up again, pointing the toes. Try to keep your back nice and tall. Take some deep breaths here, and you can stay right here, or if you'd like to, reach your hands forward. So you got to hold your leg in that position all by itself without any support from your hands. It's a little bit harder, and you might feel that your muscles are working in your belly. That's a good thing. Take some deep breaths, inhale deeply, exhale fully, and then lower the leg, okay? And now just give yourself a hug. So round over and hug your knees towards you. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's do that one more time on the other side. So you're gonna lift the right leg up, holding underneath the knee. Let me turn around this way so you can see me. Okay? Point your toes up towards the clouds. Keep your back nice and tall. And you can stay right here taking a few deep breaths, but if you want to try to work a little bit harder, take the hands, reach them forward, try to stay nice and tall, holding that leg up all by itself. You're using those leg muscles right now, so you might be feeling it right here. Nice deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Take a nice deep inhalation, and then as you exhale, lower that leg. Give yourself another hug here. Round the back. Feel how nice and stretched out your back can be as you round over your knees. Take some deep breaths and just feeling how your back accepts that nice deep breath. Okay, and the next pose we're going to come into is table pose. So you're going to come onto your hands and knees. You're stacking your wrists underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips, just like you're a table, okay? So we'll do a few rounds of cat and cow. So I know most of you know what that is. So you're going to take a deep breath and let your belly drop. So you're kind of letting the back arch down and you're lifting your chin up ever so slightly. And then when you exhale, you're rounding the back up towards the sky, tucking your head down. So inhale, let the belly drop, tilt the head up. Exhale, round the back, drop the chin towards the chest. And just go along, linking this movement to your breath. So you're just moving as you exhale, you're rounding like a cat. As you're inhaling, you're arching. Let's do one more here. This is very good for your back. And then come back to neutral. So your back is, again, very straight like a table. Okay, so I'm going to turn towards you so you can see me better. Okay, but I'm still in table pose. Now we're going to walk the hands out, maybe one hand length in front. And we're just going to do some body rolls. This is my very favorite thing to do because it warms all your joints up. So as you inhale, you're leaning forward into your hands, and then you're taking your body around as you breathe out, almost sitting your hips back onto your heels. And then as you inhale, you're coming up the other side. So it doesn't matter which direction you're going in because we're going to go both ways. So nice and slow, allowing yourself to get warmed up safely. Okay, and maybe one more time around. And the next time you're all the way forward with the weight in your hands, let's reverse the direction now. So as you exhale, you're circling around the other way. Now notice when you're bringing your hips back towards your heels, you're stretching those arms out. Spread your fingers wide and make sure you're pressing all 10 knuckles down into your mat or your blanket. Okay, let's take one more time around. And the next time you're all the way forward, let's come back to a regular table, okay? So I'm coming back, turning to the side, okay? So once again, the hands are right underneath the shoulders and the knees are underneath the hips. Take your left leg and extend it behind you. Straighten your knee and plant the balls of your feet or your big toe down onto your mat. So you want to push back through the heel and feel a nice stretch, okay, through your calf, through the back of your leg. Take some breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, and now take a nice deep breath, and as you do, lift the leg up so it's parallel to the floor, the toes are pointing down. Okay, and just send your gaze to the front of your mat or your towel or blanket. And you can stay right here if you'd like to. Take your right hand and reach it forward. So it's the opposite hand. Okay, try to pull the belly button up towards your spine. You're engaging your stomach muscles. Nice deep breaths here. If this is too much, bring the hand down. That's perfectly fine. Take one more deep breath. As you exhale, place the hand down. And now you're going to take that leg and cross it over to the other side. So you're still pushing down through the balls of your feet. And then just look over your shoulder so you can see your foot. And feel that stretch down the side. Should feel pretty good. Okay, and then we're going to lift that leg up again. And then replace the knee right underneath the hip. We're going to do that on the other side. Okay, so we're just going to take the other leg. I think it's that right leg, and you're just pressing it back. So you've got the big toe and the other toes down on the mat, and you're pushing through the heel, feeling that stretch right back here along the calf. This is a very important muscle to stretch. We never want that muscle to get tight, especially if you're an athlete. Okay, and now with your next inhalation, lift that leg up. The toes are pointed down. Send your gaze to the top of your mat, okay? So you don't want to be looking up too much because that can tighten your neck. And you can stay right here, or you can take the left hand and reach it forward. Take some deep breaths. This is kind of a balancing position, okay? So sometimes it's not as easy, on some days more than others. Okay, take a nice deep inhalation, and then as you exhale, replace the hand back down onto the mat, and then take the leg that's up in the air, cross it over to the other side, and then turn your head so you're looking at your foot. You'll feel a nice stretch down the side of the body. Okay, take a nice deep breath as you lift the leg back up again, and then replace the knee down. Now curl your toes under, okay? And you're gonna reach forward with your hands so that you're stretching the arms nice and long. So we're gonna get ready for our first downward facing dog, okay? So press all 10 knuckles down into the earth. Take a nice deep breath, and then as you exhale, you're going to press the hands down, start to lift the knees up. Now don't worry if your heels don't make it to the mat, that's okay, mine never do. But now just start to push one heel down and the other like you're walking your dog, okay, that's what we call it. Allow the head to relax, okay, so shake your head, nod your head, okay, so make sure that your neck is relaxed. Now press both heels down towards your mat. Okay, take a deep breath, come up onto the tippy toes a little bit, just lifting the heels up, and then exhale, pressing down again. And do that a couple more times. Inhale, lifting up the heels, exhale, pressing down, and maybe one more time, lifting the heels, and exhale, pressing down. And now start to bend your knees, okay? And begin to walk your hands up to your feet. So keep those knees as bent as they need to be so that you can get your ribs down towards your thighs. So your feet are about this width apart or maybe two, and they are parallel to each other. They're both pointing forward. Okay, you want to feel the feet grounding down into the earth. Okay, and from the waist up, again, let go of your head, allow gravity to pull it down, and maybe rock from side to side. Taking some nice deep breaths here. I'm moving so that I'm facing you. You stay put. Okay, and now you're going to inhale, take a deep breath, place your hands on your shins, and flatten your back as if you're in a table pose but standing up. Exhale, reach down to the ground again. Okay, and then put your hands on your hips. Try to keep your back nice and strong, and with your next inhalation, come all the way up to standing. Here we are, finally standing up. Okay, so make sure your feet are in a number 11, okay? They're parallel to each other, okay? And now kind of rock from side to side and maybe forward and back. And try to find that place where you have equal weight on both feet, side to side, right to left, and front to back. Take your hands and bring your palms forward. Inhale, bring your shoulders up to your ears. Try to bring the top of your head up to the sky, and then as you exhale, reach your fingertips down towards the earth in mountain pose. Now bring your hands to prayer pose, Anjali Mudra, heart center, okay? Take a step forward with your right foot. And I want you to place your foot out just to the edge of your blanket or your mat. Okay, and then you're going to take your left foot and step it back a little bit so it's on the other edge. So we're standing very wide. Okay, now the front foot, your right foot is straight ahead and your left foot is a little angled out as if it's pointing towards the corner of the mat. Okay, now start to bend your right knee so you have it above the foot. Okay, coming into warrior one pose. So make sure that heel on the left is still on the mat, grounding down. Take a nice deep breath, reach the arms up towards the sky. And this is warrior one. So we're all going to be strong warriors here on Veterans Day. And warriors are very special people. They stand up for what they believe in. They're very truthful people, very much like athletes. So take some deep breaths here, inhaling deeply, exhaling fully. And we're going to do a little flow with our breath now. So as you inhale, you're reaching up. And then as you exhale, circle your arms down and give that front leg a little hug. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, give a hug. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, give a hug. And one more time, reach all the way up. Take a nice deep inhalation, breathe in deeply, and then as you exhale, draw your prayer hands down towards your heart. Now lean forward a little bit and you're going to step your left leg forward. So it's at the same place on the mat as your right, but you're still standing very wide. Bring the arms down to the side and just coat sleeve. So you're just twisting from side to side, allowing the arms to swing freely. Let them hit you along your sides. That's like giving yourself a massage. Nice deep breaths here. This should feel good. Okay, and then starting to slow that down a little bit. And then placing your hands on your hips, okay? And we're just going to do a couple hip circles. So just circle the hips around. This should feel good on your back. And now let's go the other way. Circle around the other way. And then coming to stillness. Okay, so bring the hands to Anjali Mudra, and we're going to do the other side now. So you've got your left foot pointed straight ahead, and it's sort of in the front already. So we're going to take that right foot and step back a little ways, like a giant step. Okay, and allow the foot to angle out a little bit as if your toes are pointing towards the front corner of the mat. Now start to bend your left knee so that it's over your foot. Okay, coming into that warrior pose, make sure that your right heel is down on the floor. Take a deep breath, reach for the sky. And reach those fingertips, spreading them wide in warrior. And we'll do our little flow now. Are you ready? Take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, circle the arms around and give your leg a little hug. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, a little hug. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, a little hug. One more time. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, bring the hands into prayer by your heart. Okay? Lean forward a little bit so that you can step that right leg forward, and you've got them again parallel to each other. Okay? So take a deep breath as you circle the arms up around you. Now, as you exhale, you're going to circle the arms down, bend your knees, reach for the floor. Let the hands find the floor, and then you're going to come back down into table pose, bringing the knees down. So I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see me better, okay? So next thing you'll be doing is keeping the fingers spread wide, keeping the elbows close to your body. Start to walk your knees back a tiny bit and bend your knees to come all the way down onto your belly. Bend the elbows. And now draw the elbows and place them right underneath your shoulders for Sphinx pose. So you're squeezing your thighs together, your legs together as if they're one, okay? The elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers very wide as you place them down onto the mat. And then maybe even pull back a little bit so that you feel a little bit more of a back bend and you feel that your heart's coming forward. Warriors always have big hearts. Take some deep breaths here, looking straight ahead. And next we're going to do a little bit of a cobra flow. So place your hands right underneath your shoulders, hugging the elbows close to your ribs. Okay, so bring your chin down to the mat. Inhale, push through your hands and just lift your chest up off the mat. Exhale, lower down. Okay, inhale again, lift the chest off the mat. Press the tops of the feet down. Exhale, lower down. And one more time. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower down. Good. Now this time, as you're going to inhale and you lift up, push all the way up, come back up to table. Spread your knees wide, the width of the mat. Bring your big toes together. Sit back onto your heels and stretch your arms forward for child's pose. If you want to, you can bring your forehead right down onto your mat or your blanket. And take a nice few deep breaths here, feeling that nice stretch through the whole back. Just feeling how your whole body inflates as you bring in fresh oxygen as you breathe in. And now gently lift the head up. Start to walk the hands up to the feet. Okay, bring your knees back together again. And you're just going to drop one hip or the other over onto the side so that you can come into a long sit. So we're coming into staff pose. So you can see the bottoms of my feet here. My feet are pointed straight up. Okay, my legs are along the mat. And my back is as tall as I can make it. This is a sort of a teaser pose because it doesn't look hard, but it's harder than it looks to sit up this tall, right? You can bring your hands to either side of your hips, okay, pressing the hands down, allowing your spine to get even taller if you'd like. Okay, now you're going to take your right foot, bring your sole of your foot into the inside of your left leg. Okay, take a deep breath here. We're going to just stretch over that left leg. So you're just going to reach forward as you exhale and allow your hands to land wherever they're comfortable landing. So it could be your thigh, it could be your shin. Some people can reach for their foot, but it's not for everybody. So wherever you're at is perfect for you. So nice deep breaths here. Every time you inhale, feel like you're drawing your crown of the head towards me. And then as you exhale, see if you can lower your heart down a little bit more. Just take 2 more deep breaths, just like this. And after your next long, slow breath out, come all the way back up again, okay? And then just bend that left knee, bring the soles of your feet together in front of you for cobbler pose. So it doesn't matter how close to the body your feet are, whatever feels comfortable for you, but you want to hold on to your ankles here, sit nice and tall, and then as you exhale, just lean forward a little bit. You can take the elbows and put them against the inside of your legs. Just leaning forward a little bit, you'll feel a stretch in the inside of your thighs. Take a nice deep breath as you release that, stretching out nice and tall. And now taking the right foot, extending it in front of you, okay? The toes are pointed up, and keeping that left leg in so that the soles of the feet are coming against the leg. Inhale, reach for the sky, and then exhale, fold and stretch the back of that leg. Again, the hands can be wherever they need to land. And sometimes it's different from one leg to the other. So whatever it is, it's like doing it for the first time. Take a deep breath, stretch the spine out tall, bring the crown of the head towards me. And then as you exhale, just try to get your heart a little bit closer to that leg, taking a few more deep breaths here. Okay, inhale as you come all the way back up. Bend both of your knees, place the feet on the mat. You can lean back on your hands, and again, windshield wiper the knees from side to side. And now we're going to lie down on our backs. Okay, so we're coming right down onto the back of resting our backs onto the mat, and take your feet, your knees are still bent, and bring your feet out again to the edges of the mat. Bring your arms out long and wide so that they're in a T with the palms facing down. And now bring your knees together, let them rest against each other. Okay, now take a nice deep breath, and you're going to drop both of your knees over towards your left. Okay, so just allow both knees to face the same direction towards the left, and then just turn your head and look over your right arm. So a nice gentle twist here to get ready for the final relaxation. Okay, next, with your inhale, lift the knees back up again so they're pointed towards the sky. And then as you exhale, drop them over to your right, and then turn your head towards the left. And the next time you're taking a breath in, bring your head up towards so it's facing the sky, and bring the knees up. And now just bring the knees up to your chest, give them a nice tight squeeze, a nice hug, and rock from side to side, just giving that back a little massage on the floor. And now you're going to just stretch the legs out long. So you're bringing your heels down onto the mat. They're angling out towards the corners of the mat. Stretch your arms out overhead. Stretch out as long as you can. Take a deep, deep breath. And then as you exhale, bring the arms down along your sides with the palms facing up. So they should be not very close to you. They should be out a little ways. Okay, but allow the palms to be up. Allow the feet to relax outward. They just splay out. And then just close your eyes for a moment for final relaxation, Shavasana. So allow your breath to come back to its natural breath. Allow yourself to be breathed. So you're not trying to do anything with your breath. Just let it go. Let it be natural. Feel your arms and your legs become heavy. Feel how they can relax after you just use the yoga to find all those extra spaces that you have here in your body. As you breathe, notice the chest rising and falling. Try to relax your forehead, relax your eyes, relax your jaw. And then just notice the sounds around you again, noticing the flute music, the sound of my voice. And begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your wrists. Lift your heels up and down. And then again, stretch out nice and long. Reaching your toes and your fingers like you want to touch both ends of the room. And then hug your knees to the chest. And rock onto your favorite side. And then slowly using your hands, you're just going to push yourself back up. And come back into your easy seated position, crossing the legs in front. Bring your hands to Anjali Mudra, heart center. Take a nice deep breath, reach for the sky. And then exhale, bring the hands back down to your heart. I'd like to thank you all for sharing your practice with me this evening. This is a wonderful time of day. When we started, it was still light out, and now it's evening. So the light in my heart bows to and honors the light in each of your hearts. Have a wonderful evening and a wonderful week. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Beth. That was a wonderful yoga session. Going to give everyone today's mindfulness code word, which is VET for Veterans Day. VET, VET. And thank you again, Beth, for being here with us.
Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful week.